We will read Jabberwocky, which is a poem by Lewis Carroll. We will discuss nonsense words and how to use them in poetry. We're going to practice using them in a Mad Lib, and then we'll break into groups and try to write short poems using nonsense words. And then we'll come back and share what the two groups have come up with. And if there is time, we can share some original work that people have written that might be either along with what we're doing or something they've written. And then next week, the goal is to try to do more sharing than talking about stuff. Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll is not in there. Not in the right order.
That's okay.
It's somewhere else. Who knows of the Jabberwocky poem by Lewis Carroll? What can you tell us about it?
I also wanted to join.
That's on Nolan?
Nolan. Okay, so this is the Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. But I'm gonna read it once through, and then it would be great if we could have a few people who would like to read certain sections. We can go section by section and hear other people read it. But I'm gonna read it once through. Jabberwocky includes a lot of words that are not real words. They're nonsense words, which kind of makes it a little difficult to get through. So please forgive me if I trip and twirtle. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves and the mome raths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal's sword in hand, long time the maxome foe he sought. So rested he by the tuntum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and purbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead, and with his head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O fabulous day, Callooh, Calais, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig in the slithy toves, did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mome raths outgrabe. What did you notice about this poem, Dan?
I've noticed there was a lot of rhyming and nonstop, and it says a little funny. It has some funny words to it.
Yeah, these funny words, these nonsense words, I think is what allowed a lot of the rhyming to happen, which is one of the really cool things about using nonsense words. Because if you get stuck with a rhyme, you can just make it up, and that's what I really hope to get out of the poems that we write later, is a lot of cool rhyming with some real words and some fake words to kind of get this effect. Brian, what did you notice?
I learned that it's a tongue twister.
Oh yeah, one hundo.
Yeah, I'm finally right, and Santa Claus agrees with me.
Yeah, so when we read as a group, we are going to read section by section, and don't try to rush through this. Like I did this with my class at one point, so I've read this a bunch. So I've gotten used to it. But trying to read it the first or second time through, it's gonna be hard. It's really hard to read words that you're not familiar seeing. And so just we all get that. Did anyone else notice something? Adam, what did you notice?
I just noticed that about a bunch of the other things that top in my own head that totally rhymes with the other words is called, which is tongue twister. It totally helps to build any new phrases or come up with any verses like in a rap verse.
Yeah, definitely.
But I have one quick thought.
Yeah.
Do you get my thing that I just sent out towards you
Yes.
about the I just found something. It is on the I just found something. It was on the YouTube videos that I just sent out towards you.
Yes, I saw it, and I did respond, and I think later, like if we get through everything today, that can be a time to share stuff that you've written or seen, but I haven't checked out the video yet. But I really did like your first point. You're talking about how you can use these words, these nonsense words, as fillers to then kind of craft your verse or craft your rhyme. I know a lot of people who use this technique. I do this sometimes where when you're writing, you know the syllables, you know the cadence that you want, but you don't always know the words. So you just make up words that kind of sound like they'll fit until you kind of hear real words within that you can then use. And so hopefully we can kind of play off that today and work that into our stuff for the remaining weeks. Would anyone like to start us off and just read the first yellow section? We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 opportunities to read. So if you would like to read this and give it a shot, don't worry. Is there anyone that would like to go first? Catherine.
Was brilliant and the slightly faves did Gar, is that the word? Gar and Gimbal in the web and the memo rams out get grab.
Great. And while you're reading this, everyone just remember they are nonsense words, so there's not really a wrong way to read it. And so just give it the best shot, and whatever you interpret out of the words is how it was meant for you to interpret it. And everyone's gonna have a different interpretation, and that's what makes this so much fun. Nolan, would you like to read next? Really hear this section in your voice very easily.
My son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch, beware the tub bird, shun the furless bandersnatch.
Who would like to read next?
are you interested?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't understand. I was actually chatting you guys on Zoom about that, how that any of the first verse is the same as the first.
Yeah, it's such a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah. I'm not sure where to start.
He took. It's the yellow section, second yellow section.
Okay, let me see here. Where is that? Okay, he took his. Yeah, I'm real sorry about this, but I'm trying to tap out words that I don't know. That's fine, but I can't do it. I'm sorry.
No
Okay.
problem.
No problem.
I'm right there with you, babe.
Yeah, it is very hard because they're not
Very
real
tricky.
words.
Well, Karen, it's weird. I try to tap it out though, but it hurts.
Good strategy. Great
Yeah.
strategy. I see Brian.
Yeah,
Has a hand.
Brian.
He took his Valpo sword in his hand. Long time ago, the Maximoni foe he sought. So rested he by the totem tree and stood a while and fought.
Nice.
That was a tongue twister again.
Yeah,
I know.
they're all gonna be. But you did a great job. Dan, you want to hop in?
Which should I read?
And as in
And
the
as
last
in
black
what?
session on the left.
And as in wait, the one in the black down in the bottom,
Yep.
and as a flash, though he stood, the jumble work with eyes flame came. Oh my gosh. Jabble came.
It's not real words, so just give it your best shot. Whiffling.
Whiffling. I'm so sorry.
That's
I can't.
You can do it. You can do it.
Got
You
it.
got it.
Think of like a wiffle ball. Whiffling.
What? Whiffling through the ugly wood and Burbland as it came.
Yeah.
Good job, Dan.
Woo!
You did
Oh.
it.
Thanks for helping me out. It's just
All right,
these
that's
are
tough.
nonsense
That's-
words.
I give big
If
clap.
I got
to all of
home,
our-
I would want to read later.
Would someone like to continue? Zach.
Okay, where do where do I start? Let's see.
1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. Yes, Brandon. I know what I'm doing. So
Great.
read twas right. Let's see. Where do I start?
1 2 1 2 on the top right.
1 2 1 2 and through the vorpal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead with his head and went gobbling back.
Oh, great job.
Ooh.
Zach, confidence.
Yeah. Would someone like to continue from there?
Annie, are you interested? Who's Annie? Annie, you want to read? Are you not listening? Can you mute yourself? Or you don't have to if you don't want to.
I just want to listen.
Great. Oh, I love it. Thanks. Me too.
Brian, why don't you take this section?
From where?
And hast.
And hast thou shalt slender Jabberwock. Come to my arm, my beamish boy. Oh, farber's day. Kula, Callahay. Called in his joy.
Yeah,
I love that.
well read. And last section, close us off.
I'm gonna keep going with it if no one else does.
Sure, bring us home.
'Twas brilliant in the sylphy toves, the dree and gimble in the wave. All misery were the groves and the mome rafts outgrave.
Nice.
That was not easy.
It
Everyone,
was a
give ourselves
tongue twister.
a round of applause. Let's abandon snaps. That was hard, and you deserve all the praise.
And Santa agrees with me. It was tough.
Yeah, I agree too. Oh no, sorry about
But you
that.
guys did a great job.
Well, too early. Okay, so nonsense verse. Nonsense verse is a form of poetry normally composed for humorous effect. So thumbs up if you thought parts of that were really funny or sounded funny. And it's intentionally and overly paradoxical, silly, witty, whimsical, or just strange. What elements of that poem felt strange to you? Adam, what felt strange?
It feels like kind of strange that if you, I just tried to realize that it's sort of strange, like if you count by any type of numbers going backwards, it's going by going backwards, because you need to figure out where you should put the right sentence.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, that's a good point.
I think it was like what jumps out at you about.
Yeah.
Thinking of that too.
What was strange? What was strange to Brendan?
Sorry, I'm just trying to be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think when I think of this effectively poem here, it really affects me a lot. And some points are maybe, I think they're really kind of funny at times, but I think the effect from my standpoint is that, like, you're explaining in this poem, what I'm trying to picture is when I picture this poem, and if I did read it on my own time or read it to a TED Talk, I would really think that that person who already did this may have a certain, you know, name, is it a name, but maybe a certain name or a place or a thing or an object. But I think my thing would be this is really a tough time with this poem, and understanding that this poem explains more about being wearing this Jabberwock, and you think how it's I think it's talking about how that everything has eyes itself, and it has about flames, and talks about how you don't connect with others.
Yeah. And there's definitely metaphors of the Jabberwock and slaying the Jabberwock in there. So that's a great point. Johanna, what was strange?
Well, I think that for me, this poem, every time I read it, and it's been a long time, I start by being like, okay, let me think about what these words are. And I always start with like, 'twas brillig, and when I think about, okay, what does brillig mean? It feels like it's brisk, it feels like it's cold, and then I start to try to decode the whole thing, and it makes no sense. And then the second time I go through it, I let go and just try to like take a step back from the actual meaning of the words and just try to picture something or feel something. And I think there's this strange like understanding that I get from just taking a step back that makes this poem so weirdly easy to understand, even though I don't understand any word.
Yeah. And for me, it's like that even happens within the first time reading, because the first stanza and the last stanza are the same. but you read the first one and it kind of seems more chilling and like calm. And then I get through the whole thing and I read the same words, but I have a different feel about them because I've read this whole adventure before it, and I read it and I'm like, oh, this seems kind of like a happy thing. And the mome raths outgrade that versus like, and the mome raths outgrade. And you can read this poem, and as we heard, everyone else read and said certain things. We had two different readers for the first and the last bit, so we heard them read it in two different ways, and we got two different feelings out of it. And that's the really cool thing about this poem. So very quickly, we're just gonna try to stick with the Jabberwocky because we just heard it all. But we're gonna maybe try to speed through and try to get some Mad Libs going.
Yes.
Now I'm stuck typing. Okay.
We can call people.
No, yeah, if you call them people, I can type.
Perfect.
And
What do we
plan
need?
this. We need 2 adjectives. So maybe one from the chat and one by hand.
All right. Who has an adjective?
I can keep an eye on the chat.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
I'm gonna look for someone we haven't heard from yet today. A describing word. Dale.
Oh, and sorry. I really forgot the like #1 thing that I needed to say about these words.
Nonsense.
I can't believe it. It's before we call them people, I should probably explain what we're doing. We're looking for nonsense words because these were the Jabberwocky, so we're filling it in with nonsense words. So whatever word you were gonna think of, add some fun letters, say it in a weird way, put a Q where it doesn't belong, and tell us what your nonsense words are. If you say it out loud, I'm gonna spell it how I hear it.
Love it.
And if you put it in the chat, oh, have some fun. And actually, this should be faster because, you know,
Just say whatever comes to your mind.
say what comes to your mind.
Surplicious. I love
Ooh,
it.
I like that. I'm just gonna.
So you're making up your own words, so there's no right or wrong here.
So we don't even necessarily need to know
What it means.
the part of speech.
Yeah.
We're just saying words. We can turn them into.
Who's gonna take a risk and make up a word that?
We got one in the chat from Dan O'Donnell.
Oh, great.
It is spelled. Are you ready?
Yes.
It is spelled QURLLLLE.
I
So-
can't wait to read this one.
Roll.
Word. Dan, how do you say that word?
Quirla.
Quirla. Quirla. Good one.
We got one from
Love it.
Sharon.
Ooh.
Tell me when you're ready, Glennon.
Yes. And also, I actually have the chat pulled up. So if you put it in the chat,
Oh, good.
I can find it. I'm gonna insert the one from the Juicy Wiggler right here.
Good one. It's a good one, Juicy Wiggler.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think you got it.
Okay. So Brian, I like where your head's at, but we're looking for nonsense words. So maybe,
Munkles.
yeah, change it up just a bit. Is there one? You said you had one?
Let's do munkles.
Munkles.
Brian, is that okay if I turn monkeys into munkles?
Give a thumbs up. Where are you?
I saw that thumb.
Yes.
Thanks, Brian. Double thumbs up.
Ooh, Zach, you have one?
Ooh, Tom.
Well, like what could it be?
Well, literally anything.
Can you help me?
If
Zach,
you got-
what's a thing that you like?
Where?
Like what, like you gardened today, right?
Gardening.
What's something that you saw or did while you gardened?
I drew today. I did some drawing.
You drew. So what did you
Yeah.
use? What did you use to draw?
Paper?
Paper. So can we change the beginning sound of paper to another sound?
Yeah.
What letter should we change it to?
I'm not sure.
Should we change the P to an M or a?
Pick a letter.
Can I have help?
How about the first letter of your name, Zach?
Z? Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a
change
good one.
paper to saper. That's a good
Paper.
good one, Zach.
Love that. Tom DeShulo, coming to you for what you put in the chat. I don't know how you want us to say it.
I know.
Okay, well, the one was house, but I added extra S's, and the other one was snuffleupagus.
Oh, good. I love it.
Yeah, I got both of those
Oh,
down.
good.
They're great. We're looking for an adjective. Or
Oh, we called on you before we gave the real direction. So do you have a thought? I don't know if we can hear you.
You can always type it in the chat.
Yeah.
yeah, actually the chat might be preferred because then I can also see it and type it out.
True. Copy paste situation.
Yeah.
Go ahead though. I think we can hear you.
Horses with a lot of ease.
Horses with a lot of ease.
Ooh, we got houses and horses, horsies.
Thanks, Dale. I'll call on some people and put them in the chat. Nolan? Okay, I love it. You want me to put it in the chat, Glennon?
Yeah. Thanks. I'm just trying to figure out how many E's I'm putting.
Thanks, Nolan.
Is it all right if I spell that with a K?
Yep.
Cool.
Thanks, No. All right. Who else wants to make up a word? Oh, Jillian, what's up? What's your made up word?
5 o'clock somewhere.
As one word, I love it. Oh, so perfect.
No, that's great.
I love it.
It's a really good word.
Dirk?
Spontaneous.
Ooh, okay.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous with a Q.
No, spontaneous.
But can we make it a made up word by adding like a QU?
Oh man, come on, listen.
You can add other letters. What would you like to add?
It's just when I think about spontaneous.
How about that?
It's been in the past. Spontaneous for me is in the past tense.
Well, how about this version of spontaneous where it's just spelled really funny?
Well, I mean, spontaneous is kind of funny, right? I mean, different ways about it and different literature about it.
Jabberwocky, there are some words
Yeah.
like chortled and
Yeah, I
portmanteau
think
better.
this is gonna replace all the nonsense words.
Oh my God, Glenn, you don't like the word.
Huh? Yeah, but I think
So good.
that those are gonna stay and these are gonna replace the nonsense ones in
Love
thought.
it.
But
Okay.
I don't even know
Glenn,
how to
how many
spell
more do we need? I
spontaneous.
guess I could look at your thing. We need more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep them coming.
Oh, so Brian wrote dancing spelled backwards. So that would be GNICNAD.
Nisad.
Good one.
Nisnad.
Louis?
I am kind of thinking about walking backwards.
Ooh, walking spelled backwards?
Yep.
Cool.
GNIKL.
Love it. That's a clever way to make up some words. I like that strategy. Catherine?
There's one that's supercalifragilis.
Ooh. How can we make it our own?
Maybe Catherine, you could choose like a part of that word, like 2 syllables that are next to each other. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
like fragilistic.
Fragilistic, yeah.
Ooh. Thanks, Catherine. Good idea, Em. There's anyone we haven't heard from. Rude, do you want to give it a go? Want to make up a word for us?
Oh my God.
It's hard. Or you could pick a word that we switch stuff around for. Or you can pass.
What's the word?
You get to pick.
I ain't picking any word.
Can you think of a word that you like? Just pick a word that you like.
Music?
Music. Okay, so let's make music into a funny word.
Rudy, I got a good one for you.
What is it?
You know how Tyler used to say the word music when he was a little kid?
Yeah.
He would say musgit.
Music.
I love it.
Music.
Not sure how you'd spell that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Great. See, I knew you could do it.
Use it. All right. Ryan?
I put it in the chat. It's about Karen for the ing.
With an extra N?
Yes,
Cool. Love it.
because Karen is popular to this my country.
Stop in at the Care Inn, like a rest stop.
Who else?
Hey, I want to just once a thing try. Bethy, are you able to unmute? Bethy, is there a blue button to push?
Move the mouse.
Well, anyway, Beth, doesn't your family call you Boop or something?
Oops.
Oops. I thought that could be a fun word to put in.
Definitely.
Boops. I
That's
like that.
Definitely what Andy calls you.
Yeah. All right, we're putting it in.
I call my sister Moose.
I love that. It's fun to hear family nicknames people have for each other.
Because my friend's brother, who has Down syndrome, couldn't say Rosemary, and he used to call her Moose Mary.
That's awesome.
Fun. Keith has a hand up.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Keith. Try and read.
Me the question?
Keith, we just need a word. What's a word that you like?
Cause you made drawing.
Drawing.
Make colors and the coloring papers and coloring.
What about the word color? Or colorful? It looks like we need we need a noun first.
Maybe a marker.
Ooh, marker. Should we do marker backwards?
Yeah, backwards.
Okay. Good luck with that, Glennon.
I'll type it in the chat.
Never heard of it backwards.
R.
I never heard of it backwards. I never heard of it.
Yeah, thanks, Keith.
Oh, I got it already.
I like that one.
Equi. I was watching some stand-up last night.
Ooh, I like Sanaz. Sassy-listic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is Sanaz to a T. She is sassy-listic.
I love that.
Well, let's see what we come up with.
What? That just made a poem. How cool is that?
Gosh. Mad Lib. Love it. I can't wait.
Yeah. Is there? Oh, thank you. Is there anyone that would like to read in about a minute or so?
All right. So while Glennon's getting it set up, is there anyone who wants to try reading it? Try our first go through. Where is it?
I only see one hand so far.
You go for it, Em.
See Brian Given with a hand. Brian, are
Well,
you feeling? Oh,
yes,
hang on, hang on.
I feel 100% confident I can beat Lucy in this.
Well, I don't think it's a competition, but it's gonna be
Oh.
tricky. So
Okay.
let's hear it.
When Glennon scrolls up at the top,
Yep,
that's
looks
why I
like
have to wait.
he's just still formatting it, so we can be patient.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
I'm ready whenever.
I bet you are, and I'm excited. Let's hear it.
'Twas superlicious in the quarrel, houseness, did Munkles and Snuffleupagus in the Zapper, all Zapper were the horses, and the Cologne, what? Spun something.
5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere, spontaneous. Beware the gimmick, my son. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the gimmick bird and shun the dragon kettle. He took his what? It took his intergrellet sword in hand. Long ago, the Gorfo he sought, so rested by the super collar tree and stood a while and fought. And so in Bordeaux through the stood, the fragilistic with eyes of flame came gradually through the ironwood in what? Ogifa as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2. And no, the pinker wet blade went cry low. He went dead, and with its head he met Muggin back. And hast thou slain the sweaty, came to my arms, my potted boy, O care and day. Recloud boobs, he snorted in his joy. 'Twas Algamoth in the Mozilla, did Sympias in the growling, all misery with a rankim, and nasty bacon solicitate. Yes.
That was great.
Wow.
I kind of want to read it through just for the challenge of it as well.
Can you
Brian,
read
that
it
was
backwards?
I'm
Like
not
start
gonna
from the
get
bottom
backwards just because
Good challenge, though.
that'll be just as nonsense. It might even actually make more sense. There were some really good words in here, and I think a lot of you came up with some great stuff. So thank you so much. Jabberwocky by all of us. 'Twas surplicious in the quarrel houses did Monkles and Snuffleupagus in the Zaper. All Zippapapa were the horses, and the Kamolanolan 5 o'clock somewhere spontaneous. Beware the Gnikid, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Ginkclaw bird, and the shun the draggled keltered. He took his engrantulated sword in hand, long time the Gruffo he sought, so rested he by the supercali tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in bored old thought he stood, the fragilistic with eyes of flame came grangly through the wood, and oh me got as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the pick another word blade went cryloy. He left it dead, and with his head he went music back. And hast thou slain the Swendy? Come to my arms, my polter boy. O Karen day, Recloud, boops! He chortled in his joy. 'Twas Emmy Goff and the Moose Mary Oella did ich and sixteens in the growling. All mimsy were the recram and the non-tab bonquiqui sassilistic.
Woo! This may be the best song we have ever collectively written.
That was fantabulous.
That was so good.
So I also have another Mad Lib thing. Just show of thumbs, instead of breaking out and sharing, would people be down to do another Mad Lib poem of sorts? I'm seeing a lot of thumbs, so I like that. Do you want to? Whoa, where'd I go? You want to just do any Mad Lib using nonsense words? Okay. Is there like a random
Holiday?
holiday?
Music?
Christmas spirit?
12 Days of Christmas lyrics. Hilarious.
Where is that?
There. You're just over it.
Happy birthday.
Sorry, my Zoom thing was over
Happy
everything.
Christmas.
What's it near?
It's right under Santa Claus is coming to town. There.
Oh, my chat thing was blocking it.
Classic.
Okay.
Classic Zoom.
Whoop. We're still using nonsense words. There are a lot.
Maybe not.
No, you don't want to speed through it?
Oh, no, we can.
Because
Let's do
I
it.
was just typing a bunch of on my own.
Yeah, great. Let's do it.
All right, who's got a word? Dan.
Do it have to be a person's name or a different person's name?
No, anything you want.
I was gonna put Jeffrey with an I instead of a Y.
Okay, I'm gonna make it just a general noun and not a proper noun, but we'll still go with it. Well, I was not typing where I thought I was typing. Jeffrey.
Love it. All right. Tom, you got one for us?
Banana spelled backwards.
A-N-A-N-A-N-B.
Love it. Adam,
Just
give us a
really
word.
this chat thing.
I'm kind of thinking that the other word is spelled backwards is for animals. I think it's supposed to be monkeys flying off of the tree.
Whoa.
So monkeys flying up the tree.
How about chunkies?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Flying off the tree.
Love it. Right up those tree trunks.
I was typing sky monkeys, but
Great.
in the chat and not in the animal.
What
did you call them? Chunkies?
Trunkies.
Trunkies. Oh, I like that.
Trunkies. Nolan?
Actually, I had one. How about Glennon backwards?
Nice.
What was the word?
Glennon backwards.
Glennon backwards.
Yeah. They called it in high school.
Allison put something in the chat to try the word apple backwards.
Nice.
Thanks, Allison.
Well, pop. That's my attempt. Glennon, can we put Lujo in one? It's not technically
Sure.
a word. Who else has a word? Jillian? Oops, there we go.
Hi, I would say dog, but spelled backwards, God.
Interesting.
Ooh, I like the way you're thinking.
Dirk, can I see that hand up?
Dirk.
So what Brian said about Christmas, I'm thinking about Xmas.
Oh, cool.
Is that all right if I put a Z in there? Oh, sorry. This one, I'm gonna skip this one because we need to end in.
Adjective. Yeah.
Cool.
I can end it in a Z for fun.
Mhm.
Cool. Xmas. I'll put two Z's. Oh, that's an A. Two Z's.
Zach also suggested.
I'll see you
3
guys next week, Karen, because I have to go to an emergency. If something happened with my brother.
Okay, take care.
Yep. See you guys. Bye.
Sorry,
I was gonna. It's okay. Zach put in the chat 3L place backwards, but maybe we can do like the word place backwards.
Or instead, what if we do like 3X place?
Ooh. Yeah.
Good one. Anyone else? It looks like we're losing steam a little bit. Adam, do you have another one for us?
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to think of something. Is it for is it the word is underlined, which is animal spelled backwards is, I think it's supposed to be like jumping rope.
For the animal category?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll put it in the chat. Thanks, Adam.
The Juicy Wiggler also suggested the word orange backwards, and I happened to try and read it. It's pretty funny.
Ooh.
Egnaro.
Egnaro. Where's Sanaz? You wanted to say something?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you, squad? Hi, Glenn.
Hi.
I wanted I have just like a very short poem. Is it okay if I say it?
So maybe at the end, Sanaz, we're still doing this Mad Lib.
Okay, well, I wanted to say that what is it? That oh God. The thing that I was seeing in the chat that I loved was orange, and I think we can say orange distic.
Orange distic. Cool. Going in right now, Sanaz. That was a great one. Anybody else?
I have one for an animal. It's a swirtle.
Oh, I love that.
It's a swan and a turtle. I happened to draw it during one of our classes, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, there you go.
Swirtle, I love that.
Swirtle.
Was
Very
it
good.
Swirtle?
Mm-hmm.
I just hit play and see what we come up with.
Yes.
Play.
All right.
Would one of you like to? Would you two like to sing in harmony?
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
We'll take turns.
And we'll do it together.
Okay.
I can add some backup vocals.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a cherry and a banana tree.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 chunky doves and a nine in a pear elbow. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 Geminish hens, 2 Lujo doves, and the is was say in a godberry tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 quandering birds, 3 Xmas hens, 2 cantlewort doves, and a 3-L place in a for her tree. The 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 veiled rings, 4 finger time, 3 Fluban hens, 2 widgeous doves, and in a pair of love. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 lamina clinks, 5 ugly rings, 4 birds, 3 hens, 3 arsenal doves, and an orientastic scuttle tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans of bunting, 6 geese a clockling, 5 golden rings. This is where I think we ran out of words and we started to play it anyway. Oh, great job, everyone. That was so wonderful. And I really hope that you enjoy that as much as we did over here singing along.
I'm sorry, can we just point out that swirtle doves is the new best thing ever?
Best thing ever.
No more swirl doves, only swirl doves.
That was amazing.
Yeah. So do you want to light the candle or is just moving along? Oh yeah.
So we have to blow them out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
And
can't do
that's
that.
against the rules. We'll light them later.
All right. Well, Karen, any announcements?
Just that this has been really, really fun. I love to laugh on a Friday afternoon, and that definitely provided a lot of good laughs. It looked like everybody else enjoyed it. So thank you, Glennon. The newsletter for next week will be out tomorrow, so look for it in your email and look for it on Facebook. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. It was a lot of fun.
Woo!
We will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Emma. Bye, Katie. Bye,
Bye.
Karen.
Have a good
Bye,
weekend.
Morgan.
You
too.
Have a
too.
fantastic
Bye,
weekend.
Bye,
guys.
5
Karen.
o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Thank
just
you.
like
Bye,
Here.
Jillian.
Have a good day. Have a good
Bye,
weekend.
Sharon.
You too, Allison. Have a good
Bye
weekend.
bye.
Bye.